$1,200 stimulus check. Making it rain. New stimulus bill. Hey guys, it's your basic Brett. Thanks for checking out the channel where we talk about money, what to do with it, and how to make more. In this video, we're talking about stimulus check number 2, the update. Is it coming? What's happening? What you need to know? All the important stuff right now. So the new stimulus bill is called the HEALS Act. Healthcare, economic assistance, liability protection, and schools. That's the main focus of the new bill. Now let me preface by saying it's not a done deal yet, but pretty much everything I'm going to talk about is more or less not guaranteed, but we have a pretty good idea that it's gonna happen because the Republicans, the Democrats, the stuff that we're talking about, nobody wants to be at fault for not including it. So if you hadn't heard yet, this week is pretty important. The unemployment insurance that was put forth in the first stimulus bill runs out this week. So the extra $600 that the federal government was subsidizing per week on top of state unemployment insurance is no more. It is going away. It is set to expire this week. It's already expired. And so what will be in the new bill as far as unemployment insurance? You're probably not going to get $600 a week again. Knew from the beginning, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. When you give someone in California, for example, $1,000 a week to stay at home, guess what? They're not motivated to find a new job. It's not necessarily their fault. The system was created that way. The bill that was just proposed by the Republicans put onto the floor includes a $200 subsidy on top of the state unemployment insurance. That's probably not going to sit well with the Democrats. That number's probably going to go up. The old one was $600. The new one is $200. If I had to guess, I would say the new one's going to be $400. But if you are on unemployment, you're going to get an extension on that unemployment to some number. At least $200. I think it's going to be $400, but there will be an extension, so you will get more than just your state unemployment insurance. So the new bill will include liability protections for doctors, for schools, for businesses open during the pandemic. Right now it's kind of a free-for-all, so if they're acting in a way that would hold them liable, the new bill is going to offer some sort of protection for them as well. But you probably don't really care about that. I know why you're here. Really, the whole reason you're watching the video is, am I going to get more money? Am I going to get another stimulus check? And the answer to that is yes. If you got a stimulus check in the first stimulus bill, you are going to get the same amount in the second stimulus bill. Just a quick refresher, if you're single and you make under $75,000, you're going to get a one-time $1,200 stimulus check. If you're married, that's double, it'd be $2,400, but you have to make under $150,000. The closer you get to $100,000, the less your stimulus check is if you're single. The closer you get to $200,000 if you're married, the less your stimulus check would be. Dependent amounts are the same, so if kids are $500 a pop. One unique thing that they waived in the second one is in the first bill, you had to be 17 or under. In this bill, what it looks like is going to happen is anybody who is considered a dependent. So if you have a college kid that's still a dependent on your tax return, you'll also be able to get credit for them as well. Now again, this isn't a done deal, but like I said before, nobody, Democrats, Republicans, in the middle, nobody wants to be responsible for that one not happening. So that one's, again, almost guaranteed. Nobody wants the heat for standing up against that. When will you get your money? They're going to battle it out for a couple weeks in the Senate. It's probably not going to go into law until early to mid-August, which means that your payments would be somewhere around the end of August, assuming that you're set up for direct deposit. If you have to get it in the mail, it's probably going to take the same amount of time as the first one, a month or two. Hopefully you've got it by now. If you haven't gotten it, there's a problem. Go to the IRS website, make sure you filed your taxes in the last couple years. But other than that, the process as far as receiving your check should be exactly the same. If you're a small business owner, there will be additional PPP loans, but they're restricting it even further. You have to demonstrate that your business was affected by more than 50%. So if your businesses have lost more than 50% than what they had pre-pandemic, then you would qualify. Again, nothing's final. This is what they're talking about, but that one's probably going to go through as well. They're going to argue about it for a couple weeks. They're going to throw additional stuff in there. Right now, it's set to cost about $1 trillion, but who cares? Just print that money. Print, 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 print. So there will be all kinds of stuff added in there by the time this is over because nobody in Congress cares about being fiscally responsible. But $1,200 stimulus check, making it rain. Time to start cultivating that Amazon wish list so you are ready to spend that money when it comes in. Or do something more reasonable like save it for an emergency, or invest in a nice growth stock mutual fund, or considering making an additional contribution to your Roth IRA. Hope it was helpful. If you got some news out of it, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.